Yeah, I mean, it was sold out, highest grossing event in the arena's history, sporting event. You know, it was good. It was good. It was a good fight. I mean, people knew stylistically. I mean, the crowd, it's in his hometown, and people were cheering for Henry. I don't know what that means, but yeah. You know, at the end of the day, no matter what anybody thinks of either one of these guys, the one thing you did know that it would be a damn good fight.
One thing he's been trying to do for many years, as you know, is trying to get a fight in New York, and he's had some issues with the commissions and the medicals and that kind of thing. Is that something that you can kind of work with the commission for to try and kind of expedite things in any meaningful way to kind of, because he fights everywhere else.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously we would, if he wants to fight in New York, we'd do everything we could to try to make it happen. The commission tells us what we're going to do. We don't tell them what we're going to do.
Of course.
Yeah.
One more thing about main events here. We are finally going to have a flyweight non-title main event for the first time in 6 years. Is that something you kind of realize as you're planning these events, that you really haven't gone to flyweight to headline these fight night cards?
No. Never crossed my mind at all.
There's a lot of demand for these fights. People like the flyweights. They're exciting, they're fun. Is that something you might think about planning more in the future?
What is your question? I'm confused with this.
It's got more flyweight, headliners and that kind of thing, especially on fight night cards.
Sure.
Just two quick things.
Yeah.
Speaking of bantamweights, do you know what the latest with Umar Nurmagomedov is?
Everybody's asking. Yeah, we were talking about him earlier. You know, that's a guy not everybody's beating the door down to fight. So, yeah, we'll figure something out with him.
How difficult is it when you have guys like that it's really tough to get them their breakthrough fight?
100%, especially when, you know, it's always hard when you have these guys that are in the top 10. You know, when you start going 7, 6, 5, 4, and then this guy's behind. You know, nobody wants to take that risk on a guy that isn't ranked. It's tough. Those are the fights. Listen, those are the fights that publicly everybody says they'll take, but privately nobody wants to take them.
Yeah, and just last thing, I want to drop a stat for you. With Henry Cejudo's loss tonight, fighters who are over 35 below the welterweight division are 2-29 in title fights, and Tyron Woodley got both those wins. What does that kind of say about how difficult it is for aging fighters at the lower divisions?
Fascinating. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I never thought about it until right now. But yeah, it's interesting. Listen, I don't care who you are, how good you are, whatever the deal is. Taking 3 years off. Muhammad Ali was off for 3 years. He never looked the same when he came back. Still great, still did amazing.